Marvel? Yeah, I think that's right. I always marvel at all Betty Graham does at the age and with the help of, at her age and with the help of Paul. Always cheerful and willing to do her part, either at the carriage house or any way to help with our circle. She loves her family and she loves to keep up to date on everyone. All in all, I would say Betty is a great role model. Her faithfulness to the Lord and her family are shown to all of us. And, all right, I'm gonna have to work on that, Michael. Thank you so much, Miss Ann. Betty was my mother, Elise Hale's best friend in the world.
Oh.
The one thing my mother so looked forward to every day at 9 o'clock sharp was her daily encouraging call from her faithful friend, Betty Graham. Betty's call so brightened up my mother's morning every day for at least 10 to 15 years, even when Betty was out of town. One morning, I accidentally called my mother at 9 o'clock. Mother so cheerfully answered, "Hello," thinking it was her dear friend Betty. When she heard my voice, she didn't sound nearly as chipper and said, "I didn't know it was you."
Yep, every morning. It was wonderful.
This is Betty Graham tribute. Betty, our world traveler, complimented our small town of Sumter by choosing to settle here, and Sumter has richly benefited from her willingness to serve the Lord with gladness wherever she finds a need. Bunny Self and Betty give of themselves in a nursing home, which is a year-round job. The gifts given to residents must be chosen with care because there are diabetics and residents with other medical concerns that restrict sweets. Playing bingo with them is the highlight of any day because no resident fails to win a prize.
Nope. Nope. Paul walks the floor and he looks over shoulders. And then he comes up to me and he points. Strangely enough, that's the next number I call. It works out.
It's a tried and true system.
Yeah.
Bunny told me, they have a choice of non-sweet chips, cookies, and drinks. Bunny told me Betty won't let her pay for anything. Paul takes his mother to Sam's in Florence to select what they need. She gets a lot of other stuff there, too. I know she loves to go to Sam's. For the residents, the highlight of any visit is for each of them to receive a banana. Serving as chairman of our Circle of Joy, Betty attends the WIC meetings and reports back to all the women's activities in church as well as the projects assigned to our circle. One laborious job she has is printing the many pages of our Bible lessons to distribute to members of the circle as well as for other persons who are interested. Her competency is only matched by her kindness. When we meet in the church, we are never without refreshments, which she brings. All of this and more is her labor of love. Billy Graham should have consulted her when he wrote his book on aging because for the most part, she has been there, done that. She is an inspiration to all of us about making the most of our retirement years. Love and thanks, Margaret. Thank you.
Now you know how it's done.
If you want to go ahead and serve. We do have some sentiments from some special ladies in your life who couldn't be here today, Nana, but wish that they could. This is from Aunt B.
Oh!
Aunt B is Miss Graham's sister-in-law, Mr. Graham's sister, Caroline Melissa. Dearest Betty, your family asked me to write a happy memory I had of you. It would take much more time for all my happy memories with you. First, my brother Mike told me he wanted me to meet this lovely girl. He thought you were special at first sight and forever. Then the wedding, and you honored me by asking me to be one of your bridesmaids. A beautiful wedding, and I caught your bouquet. I was next to get married. You and Mike, Charles and I grew close and had fun, visited and took care of our children, and looked forward each spring to going to the Philadelphia Flower Show. Loved Aunt B.
Wow. Thank you.
Yes.
Yes. I told you she was improving.
Yes, she is. Now this.
No, she's in a retirement home and she's not been to
She lives in a retirement home.
Yeah, but
But
she's
seems to be
doing
doing
so
much
much better now. I think you sparked her up.
I'm good.
Good, thank you.
This is from another special person. I've known Betty since 1946 as a friend and sister-in-law. She is a very special person, always wanting to help others. Above all else, I especially love and appreciate her for the happiness which she gave to my precious brother Michael and his wife and mother, as his wife and mother of his precious children. Their love and devotion will last through eternity. I love you, Betty. You are a wonderful person. Yeah, when I told her, when I asked her for this, she responded, "This is a great idea." And she kind of has a brogue, I don't know. It's
Yeah, she's a southern lady.
yes, but I could just hear her saying, "This is a good idea." And then another one from another special lady. My dearest Aunt Betty, you are my funny aunt. I treasure our phone calls.
Really?
When we're finished talking, I find myself laughing at some of the goofy things we've discussed. I admire your strength, your sense of humor, and your ability to bounce back from adversity. You adore your children and grandchildren, and they adore you. If ever there was a role model for me, you are it. I wish you joy, peace, health, and happiness on this, your 91st birthday. Happy birthday, darling. I love you so much.
Oh, bless her. Oh, that's
her niece.
wonderful.
And then from one a little closer, he entitled this, The Ride of My Life. I fondly recall over the years that on your birthday or Mother's Day, I would occasionally take you for a ride. Perhaps it was a subliminal thank you for the ride you gave me for 10 months all over Iran and then back to the States many years ago. More likely, it's that I was broke. I remember a ride on a motorcycle, a moped, in a convertible, actually 2 convertibles, and a whole lot of airplanes, especially on the most windy and turbulent days.
Yes, when we landed, they said that the airport was closed.
Michael had taken his mom out for a little
But we had
ski.
landed. And every time we bounced, I'd kind of go towards him, and then I kept thinking, oh no, he's the pilot. And then I kept thinking, oh, well, I'm closer to heaven.
That's right.
Let's just go. Oh, it was wild.
Well, we had adventures and laughed about it. These times highlight the great things that I have learned from you, like the thrill of adventure, the value of not taking things too seriously, fortitude when things do get serious, and the ability to laugh when there's nothing else left to do.
Good.
You have always believed in me and relentlessly promoted me, even in my own eyes. Notwithstanding what the rest of the world or I thought to be the case, you were convinced and convinced others that I was the best trumpet player, soccer player, football player, student, lawyer, soldier, and yes, son that there ever was.
Right.
Just trying to live up to the hype has taken me further than I ever thought I could possibly go. Your grace, wit, and charm have played a big part in who I am today, and I am so glad. So I did take you on quite a few rides over the years, but for this birthday, let's just reflect on the ride you gave me, the ride of my life. Happy birthday, Mama. I love you. And that's from Michael. So, those are some of the many sentiments that I think we all share about you, Nana. As the invitation said, you have lived near and far, and if you've looked at this table, you can see some of the locations that she has lived, and you should ask her about the difference between these 2 pictures. They're similar, but they have more children than one, but ask her
It's
about,
the same outfit.
it's the same outfit.
Well, I mean, after all, I had 4 kids then. I couldn't afford
You
it.
can't afford a new outfit.
No.
But she has lived all over the world and has done a wonderful job bearing a quiver full of children and raising them and being faithful to her husband and family and to her friends, to her God. She has served faithfully in this church, which I believe she's a charter member. Is that right now? A charter member?
Well, yes. We were there when How many were there? Were you there? Yeah, sure.
30
It's a long
something.
time ago.
I don't know.
Renee, how many years ago, we're trying to remember, how many years ago was Betty?
That the church was chartered?
With Betty and Michael.
When did it start? When did you come here?
I don't know.
I think around 1969, 70, somewhere in that range.
Yeah.
Was that when Archie Moore or?
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Archie was the first to come, and then John.
And we had a lot of help.
And then Bob
when we
Corn
were-
was before
yes,
anybody
Bob
came.
Corn, when they were down on Hampton.
And Tommy Burgess.
Yeah, oh, yes. Yeah.
So we just want to tell you how thankful we are for your faithfulness in all that you've done.
Well, I am so glad that I was able to do it all.
So, where did I had something on my train of thought to tell you next.
It's gonna get worse.
That's not good news. The eyes, my mind, it's not good.
Push button.
But we do appreciate you, Nana, and want to say we love you,
Oh, it's mutual, darling, you know that.
and we wish you a very happy 91st birthday.
It will be.
Thank you all for coming. Please enjoy your dessert and stay and visit as long as you would like to.